inside Riovanes Castle. This is the big one. Again, we're over leveled with Ramza at level 47. I have Rad in that tile specifically to be targeted with the Cyclops. They're going to have to talk fast through all this tech. First, I have to thank another YouTube player named Geno Pow Pow, who had an archer battle of Ygraf and Velius. Although they were at about level 30, about where I first came into this area, they were much better set up for this fight at level 30. They had all male archers who were doing more damage. They had nice compatibilities on the archers with Velius, so just a much smarter setup by that player. So I went and power level a little bit. Again, probably more than I needed to. At this point, but I wanted to make sure we were ready before I went through the trouble of fighting outside Riovanes again. So the strategy here for the first part of Ygraf is to stay out of range of his lightning stab. I had to get Ramza's speed up to 9, so he would beat Ygraf to this first action. And this is pretty much taken right from Geno Pow Pow's fight. I move Ramza down here. Ygraf will move into position for an Earth Slash. And I get a speed save. That's important. I need those speed saves because I have to get myself the double turn. So Ramza gets a pop here on Ygraf at the top. Backing it up, we have a conversation, and I watched this conversation many times. The problem with this battle was not the Ygraf part, it was the Velius part. Velius has so much damage. You can't really play defensively. It's hard to, turtle up and try to spread damage out because he has so much big area of effect damage. The demons that are with him, they can take everybody out at will. So 2 speed saves is important. I had a backup strategy if I only got 1 speed save out of those first 2 hits, because you can do that again. This attack right here is to reset the CT back to 0, because if Ramza had waited right there, he would have gotten the extra action before Ygraf could move. Now Ramza has 2 actions in a row. He can take an attack. He's going to go for charge plus 5. He doesn't have to go quite that high. He uses 1 action right there. He has moved and acted, so that turn is over. But the next fight here with Velius is going to start with a double turn for Ramza because of the way I set that up. Ramza is not in the middle of a turn. He's starting a new turn, and then he'll get another one right away. So Ramza will get a double turn to start. Ramza will move into a spot down in the corner. I put Rad there because Velius will target a weaker character in that position with a Cyclops and come all the way down. He needs to come all the way down because I need him in range of everybody else to do all the damage that we can while he's charging. And that's the strategy that I saw from Geno Pow Pow, was putting a weaker character in what you can see is the far right corner right there to draw Velius down. Then that player was able to manipulate Velius a little bit more down here with the way they were moving and attacking with weaker attacks. I just did not want to go through the work of it. It looked like it probably took a lot of trial and error. Looked like it was also maybe played on an emulator where it's a little easier to do trial and error. So I'm, without having the ability to use an emulator for more trial and error attempts, having to roll new battles on the console every time was tough for me. So he's targeting that archer right there on the corner. This one will attack 180 with the Ultimus bow and move over here. In position for another quick attack if we can get another turn quickly. This charged attack of charge plus 1 will fire before Cyclops, so I can get 150 out of that Surg with his bad compatibility. It'll be 140 with the regular attack. So we will take that extra damage because I'm not planning on moving him. I want to keep him down here. Rad, who is targeted by that Cyclops, is going to have to move away from my other characters, but he will also get a chance to attack, and he'll even get a chance to do a charged attack before Cyclops fires off and kills him. Geno Pow Pow, the other one I watched, they had, I think, a bad compatibility character in that corner, and so they actually were able to survive the Cyclops at a lower level. I'm not sure how they got Velius to target that character. I couldn't seem to recreate that with the bad compatibility character. I couldn't seem to recreate that when I tried. So their setup was different than mine somehow. Mustadio, again, I've got a charging Velius there. Velius has roughly 1,000 hit points, and I've got to get that down as quickly as I can. Mustadio can get a charge +1 off before Cyclops fires. Ramza is going to get another turn. He can get into position over here. Now, he will be in position to be attacked by one of those demons. And at level 30, when I was fighting here before, the demons over here would be able to move and actually kill Ramza with their other attack. So this Giga Flare here, after him eating 2 of Ygraf's Earth Slashes, this was enough to kill him. But because we picked up a bunch of levels, at a couple of hit points per level, Ramza is able to survive that attack. And actually that one rolled quite low as well. So here come the charged attacks. So we did, 500-600 damage there. So Velius should be within a couple hits of dying. And I had him in earlier runs of this one within 1 or 2 hits of dying. But I was never actually able to get enough gas to do it with the Wind Slash bows. And with my characters at level 30 doing between 72 and 96 or whatever damage per attack. It was just not enough. But as you can see, doing 180 with the Ultimus bow and charging down here was much better. So down goes Rad. Rad's out of here. Rad's out of the picture. He's going to get a turn before Ramza can charge. But you can see I've got a couple of my other archers are getting turns, so I'm feeling good at this point. And there it is. There it is. So I was feeling good about it at that point because the other 2 archers were going to get an action before Velius did with him down there. And even in an earlier run of this one, I'm not sure how the CT lined up, but I couldn't actually recreate that. He got a turn again with a similar setup like this. Velius got another turn, charged another Cyclops, and then moved way back up the map, so I wasn't able to get to him. So that is the Ygraf Velius battle, defeated, unfortunately, by power leveling, but it was the best way I could figure out to do it, and I'm set with Ultimus bows now for the rest of the foreseeable future. The big question now will be, how will I do on the Fineth River when I'm going to be dealing with a bunch of high-level red chocobos? So the one you've been waiting for, there is Ygraf and Velius, played with a little bit of AGDQ audio that was somehow captured in the background of my recording. Lucky us, huh? All right, we will see you on the roof of Riovanes Castle.